what's going on? Rise and shine. All right, so you notice how I start things. When I talk about fitness, I started from the mental game. When I talk about nutrition last week, it was about again, the mental game. Because there's no use talking about details and what to do. There's lots of books, there's lots of information out there on how to do it and, how to make your diet and how to get your fitness right. And there's gyms, there's trainers, there's all kinds of things. But we just can't seem to get over the hump because it's between our ears. So I always want to start there. And if you notice in my book, I do not pick a specific diet what to eat. It's all about the mental game and how we've been conditioned. So this week, I want to jump into a little bit more of the details. I want to talk about the quality of what's going in your body. So I want to talk about specifics of diet, what to eat, what's it doing to you, and how you're performing. All right? Peace out. What's going on? Rise and shine. All right. So this is Brittany. She's hiding. But anyways, I want to talk about, this week I want to talk about diet, what goes in the body and what it can do to you. All right, so here is number one culprit for ruining all your gains and not showing it. Sugar and carbohydrate intake, too much. This is one area I found that's, because sugar is so ubiquitous, it's in everything, it's tricky. It's really tricky. Just think about the North American breakfast. You got bagels, you got cereals, you got donuts, muffins, coffee, and it goes on, yogurt, it goes on and on and on, fruits, all of it. So basically, sugars get into the body, they come in excess, they add extra calories, and next thing you know, your gains are gone. So first thing I want you to do today is monitor your sugar intake. All right, peace and love. Hey buddy, what's going on? Rise and shine. All right, so this week, our focus is on nutrition and 101 basically, the mindset piece. So I'm back with Marla. Remember, she's working with us at the clinic, so if you need her, she's here. All right, here we go.
Hi everyone, so I'll have a quick note on hidden sugars. Here are some specifics that you should look for in ingredients in your labels. Very important. High fructose, corn syrup, lactose, sucrose, dextrose. What else do I have here? Evaporated cane juice, fruit juice. I mentioned dextrose already. So also look for all natural, also look for fat-free, and look for low fat. What happens is they actually increase the sugar content to make up for those labels. Those are main things to look for. Also, anything long in the ingredient list, it's going to be chemicals and additives, don't eat it. One thing is, when you are craving sugar, the last thing is you're actually missing minerals like chromium, vanadium, magnesium, and zinc. So stick with whole food.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Rise and shine. All right, so I got a special guest here. This is Kat Bertoni. Kat is a competitor, a fitness competitor. She's been competing for years, and she's also a medical nutritionist. So she's going to share with you a little bit about sugar that we're talking about this week. Go, Kat.
Okay, hi guys, Kat here. So yes, when we're talking about sugar, if we're talking about during competition season, what us competitors do is we eliminate sugar totally from our diet. So that means no fruits, no chocolate, no cookies, no cake. But when it comes to our refeed days and our cheat days, when we do introduce sugar back in, I'll speak for myself, what typically happens to my body is I get very jittery. I get the shakes, I get that euphoric sense. So my tip for you, be mindful when you're eating your sugar. Listen to your body. See how it feels and how it affects you mentally as well as physically.
Yeah, that's huge because a lot of times, just like smoking, we become used to it and we lose the effect that it's having on us. So thanks, Kat. Awesome. Hey, buddy, what's going on? Rise and shine. All right, I got another special guest. I take care of a lot of these of the bodybuilding community, and Vince is one of my guys who's been competing for years. He's going to give you an amazing tip on the old sugar thing. Go ahead.
Well, basically what we have to understand is how sugar actually interacts with our body. It's just a very, very simple fuel, which means when we take it in, it allows for a very large energy release in a short period of time. Therefore, unless we are actually expending a good amount of energy, we must limit the amount of sugars and simple carbohydrates that we take in during any meal, or else those sugars will be stored because we've brought in more fuel than our body can actually expend based on the level of activity that we're doing in that time frame.
Wow, that's huge. This is why I thought I got to get this on. I was talking to him and I got to get this on. So basically, if you're putting it in and you're not doing activity to take it out, you're going to have a deficit or a surplus and you're going to gain weight and not see the gains. All right?
day. Pull your bridges up and tie your shoelace. Don't worry about them haters, send them bouquets. Get that dough in a few ways. Pack your tears up inside your suitcase, cause it's a long ass road. Sometimes it's over